Hello again, everybody. I'm Collab of the Collab Sports World. Welcome to another hour of the Collab Sports Board. That is, and basically, I got plenty more I'm gonna get into for sure. So I'm gonna get to it right now. Jon Jones vacates the UFC Light Heavyweight title. Floyd Mayweather is gonna be paying this is gonna be paying services of paying the funeral services. That is of George Floyd, who was deceased by a rogue cop who's been arrested, and three other cops that were released. By the way, told you guys about that. Told you guys also about the fact that Israel Adesanya led a protest in Auckland, New Zealand. Pat Dye being deceased of 80 of kidney and liver failures, by the way. Told you guys about that for sure. And pretty much that's all the news I will have for today, everybody, for that. So I'm gonna get to it right now. I'm gonna start things over to the fact that Floyd Mayweather, he's gonna pay the funeral services for George Floyd, who was deceased by cops, that is. A road cop by the name of Derek Chauvin. He's been arrested and charged. Third-degree murder and manslaughter, by the way. He was transferred to two detention centers, by the way. And those two other cops as well would also be arrested, but they have not been arrested yet. And the third one, who was one of the bystanders, who stood there against the bystanders, those three other cops would have been arrested for sure. So Floyd Mayweather, he's going to do himself a favor paying the funeral service for George Floyd. That's a relief right there for everyone else. That's a relief right there. And obviously, folks, the police brutality, the beatdowns, even racist. This segregation has been occurring. This is how it used to be like 80 years ago. And apparently, we're living in a time right now where there's all this madness, all this chaos that's been developing for months and months now. And it's safe to say that these three other cops would have been arrested, also be arrested. And obviously, it's been a really hellacious week. And apparently, things aren't looking good right now. So everybody, please be safe. Please be kind to one another. Please do your part. Please play a role. Please take responsibility for your own actions, because every action is a reaction. And speak up if you got anything you want to get off your chest on the racism, racial equality, or poetic justice, or police brutality that needs to end. Please do so. You got a voice, use it. So that's all I got to say right there for that, everybody. Other news that Jon Jones, he has vacated the UFC Light Heavyweight title. That is. And obviously, he was helping us community. So that's relief right there. So it changed everything. I will say that, though. But Jon Jones, that's not a good look right there. Him vacating Houston Light Heavyweight title, it's a big mistake. He went to fight Francis Ngannou. That didn't happen. So that fight that may not be occurring at all. And others I want to address, by the way, that legendary Auburn coach Pat died at 80 of kidney and liver failures, by the way. He was hospitalized at Auburn from kidney and liver issues. And he also tested positive for the coronavirus, but now he has died at 80 of kidney and liver failures. My thoughts and prayers go to Auburn, all their family members, all their fans, the football, and all their viewers of this huge loss of Pat Dye. He turned Auburn into a powerhouse back in the 1980s. So really send us there. So keep them in your prayers. Keep Pat Dye's family members in your prayers, and Auburn in your family in your prayers. Everybody on that part. Also, in other news, that Israel Adesanya led a protest in Auckland, New Zealand, in the wake of George Floyd's death toll, which is not just the entire country, but all over the globe. So obviously, racial injustice, police brutality of attacking Black individuals, and even white supremacists going after Black individuals. It's uncalled for. This cannot happen anymore. We all need to get along. We all need to get on the same page. There needs to be change. We need to reunite. We need to unite as one. We need to at least take action, and there's no reason for just brawls breaking out because 2020 has been an absolute disaster lately. Everyone thought that 2020 was going to be a good year, but it's not. All this chaos, all this mayhem, all this carnage that's going on, all these riots, they got to end. And I mean, this is over George Floyd's death toll, by the way. But George Floyd did die of asphyxia, that is. So really, things are right now are at a standstill, and the devastation that's been going on, it's just not right. These untimely death tolls, they keep getting worse and worse. And I think that it's safe to say that some of these protesters may have to take some tests for the coronavirus for sure. So yes, I know there's a stay-at-home order that is, and I know it ends in June, but some of these protesters may have to get tested for the coronavirus. So this entire world, I mean, this coronavirus issue has done plenty of damage, and really, it's just gotten worse by the minute. And there needs to be change. There needs to be some poetic justice. There needs to be the system needs to change. There needs to be some all sorts of water restored and all. So there has to be a way. I'm honestly hoping that things go right. I'm honestly hoping for just like peaceful protests. That is, some of them are peaceful, some of them turn pretty chaotic, and it just gets ugly and ugly by the minute. And there has to be some other way to just reunite as one. That's all they have to do. So reuniting as one, and please everybody stay safe. I know it's real tough out there. I know that people, Black lives, they always matter. I'm not going to say all lives matter because they really don't. Black massacres, all these shootings of Black individuals, white individuals going after Black individuals and attacking them for no apparent reason. We've seen what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. We've seen to Michael Brown. We've seen to Trayvon Martin. We've seen what happened to Breonna Taylor. We've seen what happened to George Floyd last week. But this got to end. Black individuals being targeted by whether white individuals or cops, that's got to end. I mean, look, we're all equal. And even cops, they're in protest as well. Some of them are, some are not. So this is like a nation divide is what we're dealing with here. And this is ever going to dissolve. Are things ever going to be the same again? It doesn't matter what gender or race you are, because at the end of the day, there's going to be repercussions. There are no winners. There are no losers here. And really, we got to at least take honor. We got to take pride in ourselves. We need to at least try to have some sort of way. We have to take responsibility for our own actions. That's what we need to do. We need to take a stand. We got to stand up for what is right. There are some injustices that's going on, but there needs to be a resolution to end all the madness. I know people are infuriated with George Floyd's death toll. That is, as upsetting a lot of people, but things are getting worse and worse. And this coronavirus saga has done some collateral damage, much like it's doing right now, with all these protests going on, and people are just like losing everything. And fans are calling it quits. Fans got nowhere to go. Fans aren't getting a chance at anything at all. And the ratings, they have been down since, because these protests have been going on despite George Floyd's death toll, and people are very upset. I know how they feel right now. So you got a voice, use it. And that's all I'm going to say right there, everybody, on that. And nothing more to it, by the way, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it there for the Clubhouse Sports Report. Please be sure you always like, subscribe to the Clubhouse Sports Report YouTube channel and Facebook page by all means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, tweets, your thoughts on Jon Jones vacating his UFC Light heavyweight title. Let me know in the comments what your reaction thoughts are. Sending condolences out to Pat Dye's family members, all of his fans, Auburn football, and even all the subscribers out there. This horrific loss. Please tell me in the comments what your thoughts about that are. Wishing a Floyd Mayweather that is paying for funeral service for George Floyd, who deceased by a road cop, that is, and 4 cops, that is. 1 was arrested. The 3 others were not. They were released. They had not been arrested yet. So please let me know what repercussions those 3 cops are going to face if they are arrested this week. So that's all you guys got to do for now. And basically, please let me know exactly what you think of Israel Adesanya holding a protest in Auckland, New Zealand, leading a protest in Auckland, New Zealand, or George Floyd's death toll. Let me know in the comment section. I will definitely address the response to that and what repercussions are going to be taken, what legal action needs to be taken. And that's all I got for today. And you can sign a petition if you want to, guys. About breaking news, live updates, and a whole lot more in the Collab sports board, all things sports, literally everything you need to know for that. That's all I got to say. But take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Please stay safe because all Black lives matter. Bye-bye.